All right, good morning. It is August 20th at 10:30 a.m. over back at the garage. It's been about a week. Got my oldest with me today. Gonna give me a hand here. Say hi. He's waving because you can see it on the video. So I've had it with the door and its fitment, and I'm just gonna bite the bullet here. So I've got the two frame pieces from the black car. I'm gonna use his help today and try to lift the body up off the supports. Put the frame underneath of it and bolt it back down, and then see what we've got. Unfortunately, the frame's in two pieces, so I'm going to have to measure that out and play with that. Hopefully the workshop manual's got some dimensions for me there. So there's going to have to be some modifications to the sawhorses because they're going to be too tall, so this is going to be quite the ordeal to try to get this done. But that's I don't know, I think that's the best way to go, and just kind of totally, unfortunately, undo everything I've done. So this is going to cost me some money, cost me some time. Probably wouldn't surprise me if I have to reorder a brand new inner sill and stiffener and bottom A post for the driver's side. So there's $250 that I could afford not to spend. But I shouldn't need to order a new floor, hopefully not. But I'm going to be grinding off a lot of welds and all that kind of stuff, so it's going to be a hot mess. So we'll see how far we get. Should have done this the first time around, but there you go. It's not like this isn't the first rodeo. So I'll keep you up to date through the day, and we'll go from there. All right, it's 11:13. If you can hear in the background the car rumbling, that's obviously not this one. That's our the next door neighbor in the garage. He's got a beast of a Mustang out there with a supercharger, and it's impressive. Anyway, so the car's on the floor. Yeah, look at that. So I got the frame over there, half of the frame over there. We're going to stick that underneath the car here and bolt it up, and we'll do the same thing on the other side, and then try to get the frame welded together. Like I had mentioned, it's not currently attached, and then we'll go from there. I am totally flying by the seat of my pants, winging it. The boy's been a great help. Say hi, boy. Hi. So far, we haven't broken anything or hurt each other yet, and the cuss words have been minimal, so that's good. So check back later. All right, it's 12:19 or so. And the frame pieces are underneath the car. Obviously you can see it's on the floor, so that'll be a trick to get it back up on the sawhorses. So the front frame attachment points came in, and the rear frame attachment points went in, both of them. You can see that the floor attachment points there. Let me get a light here. On the one that I did, you can see that those holes aren't lined up, but on the factory run, those aren't lined up either, so I don't feel so bad. But they may take some adjustment. Like I said, the frame is not attached. Both sides are not attached. So I got the workshop manual here that gives me all the dimensions of everything. And I'm just going to take some angle iron that I had from an old bed frame and adjust the frame such that I get the dimensions hopefully close, and then weld the frame together. Obviously in the back here, it's going to be a trick to be able to get to something. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet. So that can be interesting. But I got a lot of room up here in between the transmission tunnel. So we'll see what happens. Maybe come under here. I don't know. Anyway, so that's where we stand. Dimensions are next. We'll get to see if we can get the thing locked down and get it back up on stilts. And then take a look. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring the dash support that bolts under those holes that don't line up. So I'm not going to know how far off I am on my dash, but there you go. So check back in later. All right, it's 2:11. I'm done. I give up. Obviously, the frame's in two pieces, as I had mentioned. It's not coming in for the measurements that I would expect. So when I put the chassis on it, or the body on it, it just doesn't line up good enough or close enough for me to not be afraid that I'm just going to find myself in the same situation, but in a different spot. So there's some questions that I have with the measurements in the workshop manual. It gives you one dimension, but it gives you two different lengths for it, and I don't understand that, and I couldn't figure out in there. So I'll revisit that. I know this frame is probably slightly twisted or bent. I mean, that's normal. Just because it was laying around so much, I had cut the back out of it a long time ago to steal the differential. But taking it apart and everything, I wasn't really careful. So hopefully I'll get back over here soon and get this thing measured up properly and get it welded together with some cross members or something, and then get the boy over here and have him help me again to load that frame up. But too many times on and off and on and off, and we're both tired and frustrated, or at least I'm frustrated. So that's it. Bye.